Strange movements, limited talk, no eye contact and a funny walk. Repetition, strong fixations, inadequate in conversations. Fussy eater, stubborn and rude, an inability to read the room. A lack of empathy, a resistance to change, a black and white view of every exchange. A list of symptoms, boxes to tick, what is making my child so sick? Doctor's appointments, school nurse visits, invasive questions, pushing limits, a silenced voice for an unseen struggle, a label to exploit or a diagnosis doubled, commiserations for the poor suffering parents or a smart but shy teen with a bad school attendance. No win, no recognition, for the brain that just doesn't fit in. For the brain that dreams, for the brain that creates, for the brain that is far more than a soulless list of traits. This brain that debates, this brain that discovers, is a brain that doubts, the brain that suffers under the weight of the lights and sounds, the world made by brains, but brains that aren't ours, and doctors negate and parents deny and teach and all most obvious fucking signs. And these are the brains that give us our diagnosis. But they can only imagine our lives. This is the system that favours the cis white male because the others are forced to hide. I am one of the others, and I am not unscathed. I learned to master hide my struggles, and for it I was praised. But now I am learning to love my brain, my hands that flap and the cheesy grin on my face. I wear earplugs when it's loud, I give myself time to recharge, and I allow myself this simple joy of sitting peacefully in the dark. There are more things to love, and there are less things to dread, and I hold close to 3 words that I repeat over and over in my head. Different, not less. I am loving and loyal, not lacking in empathy. Different, not less. I am focused and precise, not stubborn and rude. Different, not less. And I am capable and exceptional, and I am certainly not inadequate. And I repeat, different, not less.
There's a type of self-love that's popular on the internet. A type that's big and bold and empty. And it's empty because it tells you that you're supposed to love yourself day in, day out. And if you don't, then that's wrong. The problem is, however, that it's just not possible to love yourself day in and day out. Or at least I know it isn't possible for me. I try my best to be loving and loyal, but a lot of the time I am not capable of the things that I should be. And that makes me frustratingly dependent on people. Sometimes not even earplugs and tinted glasses can make the supermarket bearable. I hate cooking, the noise of it, the stress of it, and there are days that I can't even leave my room. All this combined means that getting my socially mandated 3 meals a day is a challenge, to say the least. So I have to be dependent on people. And this dependency is infuriating, and it makes the idea of self-love feel utterly unattainable. How can I love self that starves without other people around to make sure it doesn't? How can I love a brain that so desperately wants human connection, yet so ruthlessly repels it at the same time? And yet I know that there is a point where it's not just about me anymore. The truth is that most days I don't really like my brain, but my brain is autistic, and so when I hurt it and curse it and tear it apart, it's not just my brain that I'm attacking. It's all the millions of other brains that are autistic too. And I wouldn't ever hurt them the way I hurt mine. So why do I hurt mine? I suppose it's for the same reason that a parent may scold their child, or a pet owner their pet. It's my brain and I am responsible for it. And I know that probably sounds strange to separate one's brain from oneself, but when you have a brain like mine, a brain that constantly needs things from other people, yet is unable to give the same back, I feel I must apologize for it and scold it for taking more than is fair. The more I ask of others, the more I walk the tightrope between small favors and unhealthy dependencies. The need to apologize and scold only grows. And that's why I hurt my brain the way that I do. And now we come to the big question. Can I love myself the way that society says I should despite all of this? And I think the answer is, I don't need to. To not love is not always to hate. All I can do now is try and accept myself and my brain for the way that they are and, well, see how it goes from there.